First, we'd like to thank you for allowing us to interview Mr. Hans.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I'm from Holland. My name is Hans Sebald. I'm 45.
So when did you first move to Indonesia?
That was 5 years ago. In January 2011, we arrived in.
Why did you move to Indonesia?
I got a job offer,
Oh.
and for my previous employer, they were looking for a representative for Indonesia, and also we were looking for the opportunity to work abroad.
So how did you feel when you first arrived in Indonesia?
Yeah, we were here before in 2001.
Oh.
Yeah, we stayed 6 weeks in Indonesia, traveling around.
So how did you react when you first experienced the Indonesian culture?
And we liked it, but then you were traveling, and that's different than when you work somewhere. And holiday is something completely different. Experience the culture, we knew a little bit about it, but when you live here, you really learn to know how a culture is built up in a country, and that is completely different. Also, to work somewhere is completely different.
Did you have any problems when you started living here?
Of course, but yeah, the language barrier is one, but also the difference in the culture in Europe, but especially Holland, between Holland and Indonesia is a major gap.
Did you ever feel kind of frustrated?
Yeah, I think that everybody has that feeling sometimes. You are used to do things in a certain way, and you know how people will respond to that in the Dutch culture. But here, of course, it's completely different. So then something does not happen how you expect it. It can be a little bit frustrating, but you have to get used to it.
So how did you adapt to the differences between Indonesian culture and your own culture? And yeah.
I had to lose my stubbornness. Don't be stubborn and don't try to do it your way, but listen and look how things are done here and try to adapt.
Did you find it easy to adjust, like to change your, for example, your stubbornness?
No.
So it's a process, yeah?
Yeah.
And now would you say that you feel comfortable living in Indonesia?
Yes.
Did you feel like living in Indonesia has changed you as a person?
Yes, I think in a positive way.
And have you, would you say, developed what is called a bicultural identity?
I don't know if that is the case, because that's maybe you need to stay for longer than in Indonesia. But no, I still feel very connected to the Dutch culture. Yeah.
Did you ever return to your country of origin since you came here?
Yeah.
Did you feel strange coming back after living in Indonesia? Did you feel like you had to readjust or something?
Yes.
Before you moved to Indonesia, what did you know about the Indonesian stereotype?
I think the stereotype is that Asian people in general, I think, but Indonesian in particular, are very friendly. They don't get met very often, or not at all, because they feel it's offensive if you like malu, so you use face, and they smile all the time.
After you came here, were those stereotypes accurate?
Yes, absolutely.
And since you came here, have you heard any stereotypes about your country of origin from the locals? And are any of them annoying?
I think, well, there's one stereotype that we already actually confessed. That is to be upfront, to be very direct. And I think another one is, of course, that we are unfortunately famous for things we don't like to be famous for. That's like the drugs and other subjects that people think that it's very easy. And
can you share any negative and positive prejudices that happened to you since you moved?
I'm not under the impression that they don't like you, that they don't like me because of a stereotype. It's just the person that they like or don't like, I think. I don't get the impression that people don't like you because you're Dutch.
Finally, the last question. Have you ever felt discriminated by local people here?
Don't know if there's anything to do with me being Dutch, but in some cases getting stopped by the police, for instance, or some issues with local government or something like that.
Okay, we would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to interview both of you. Thank you so much.
And thank you as well.
yeah,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
Yeah.